Silence. It's the most underestimated power in this world. When someone disrespects you, your first instinct might be to react, to defend yourself, to prove a point. But what if I told you that the most powerful response is no response at all? What if I told you that your silence is the sharpest weapon you own? Imagine this. Someone belittles you. They laugh at your dreams, mock your efforts, and try to tear you down. They expect a reaction. They want to see you angry. They want to know that they have control over your emotions. But what happens when you don't give them that satisfaction? What happens when you refuse to engage, when you refuse to play their game? That's when the real power shifts. Because silence isn't weakness. It isn't surrender. Silence is strategy. Silence is self-control. Silence is choosing to let your actions, your growth, and your success speak louder than any words ever could. When someone disrespects you, they are looking for a reaction. They want to see you angry, hurt, or frustrated. Their words and actions are designed to provoke, to test your emotional limits, and to make you engage in a battle that only drains your energy. But what if you don't react? What if instead of responding with anger or defense, you choose silence? Silence is a psychological game changer. It is a response that disrupts expectations and confuses the one trying to provoke you. When you don't react, the person who disrespected you is left wondering what you were thinking, whether their words had any impact, and why they didn't get the response they were hoping for. This puts them in a position of uncertainty, and uncertainty is uncomfortable. People thrive on predictability. They want to feel in control of situations. But when you remain silent, you take away that control. You shift the power dynamic entirely. Most people are conditioned to believe that an argument or a defensive response is a sign of strength, that standing up for yourself means engaging in verbal or emotional combat. But real strength isn't about fighting battles that don't serve you. It's about knowing which battles are worth your time and energy. Not everything requires your response. Not everyone deserves your attention. The ability to remain silent in the face of disrespect shows discipline, emotional intelligence, and a deep understanding of your own worth. Think of silence as a weapon. It is sharper than words, heavier than arguments, and more impactful than anger. When someone speaks to hurt you, they expect you to react in a way that proves they have gotten under your skin. But silence leaves them unsettled. They are forced to sit with their own words, to analyze why you are not reacting, and to second guess their approach. In many cases, people lash out because they are looking for validation of their own insecurities. They disrespect others because they want to feel powerful. But when their words fail to break you, they begin to question themselves, and that is a far more powerful effect than anything you could say in response. Silence also gives you control over your emotions. The moment you react in anger or frustration, you hand your power over to the other person. You allow them to dictate your emotional state. But when you remain silent, you stay in control. You decide how you feel, how you respond, and where you place your energy. This level of self-mastery is what sets apart truly strong individuals from those who are easily manipulated by others' words. There is also a strategic element to silence. When you withhold your reaction, you force the other person to reveal more about themselves. They may continue talking, trying harder to provoke you, exposing their true intentions, or they may become uncomfortable and retreat, realizing that their words have no effect on you. Either way, you gain valuable insight into who they are, how they operate, and what their real motivations are. This knowledge becomes an advantage because it allows you to navigate future interactions with a clear understanding of their character. Many great leaders, successful entrepreneurs, and influential figures understand the power of silence. They know that not every insult deserves a response, and that engaging in meaningless conflict only distracts from their goals. They use silence as a tool to command respect, to set boundaries, and to maintain their focus on what truly matters. When you practice this approach, you cultivate an unshakable mindset, one that is not easily influenced by negativity or external pressures. Choosing silence is not about suppressing your emotions or ignoring disrespect. It's about making a conscious decision to rise above it. It's about recognizing that your energy is valuable and that engaging in unnecessary battles only takes away from your own growth and success. Silence is not weakness. It is restraint. It is knowing that your worth is not defined by how you react to others, but by how you choose to carry yourself despite the noise around you. The moment you master the art of silence, you take back your power. You stop allowing people to control your emotions. You stop giving them the satisfaction of seeing you upset. And most importantly, you prove that their words hold no weight in your life. In the end, silence speaks louder than any argument ever could. Success is the best revenge because it allows you to rise above negativity without wasting your energy on meaningless battles. When someone disrespects you, the natural instinct is to fight back, to prove them wrong in the moment, or to seek immediate validation through confrontation. But reacting emotionally gives them exactly what they want: your attention, your frustration, and your energy. True power comes from walking away and letting your success be the response they never saw coming. When people try to belittle you, what they are really doing is projecting their own limitations onto you. They see something in you that threatens them, something that challenges their own insecurities, and instead of facing their own shortcomings, they try to bring you down to their level. They want you to feel small because it makes them feel bigger. But if you allow yourself to engage in that negativity, you fall into their trap. Instead, when you channel that energy into self-improvement, into growth, into becoming the best version of yourself, you render their words powerless. There is no greater silence than the silence of undeniable success. Imagine the people who doubted you, who laughed at your dreams, who told you that you would never make it. Now imagine their reaction when they see you thriving, excelling in ways they never expected. That moment, that realization is worth more than any argument you could have had with them. When you succeed, you force them to face the truth. They underestimated you. They tried to hold you back, but you used their doubt as fuel. You turned their negativity into momentum, and now they have no choice but to watch you win. The most powerful individuals in the world understand that success speaks louder than words. They do not waste time proving themselves to people who don't matter. They don't argue with critics. They don't lower themselves to the level of those who disrespect them. Instead, they stay focused. They work harder. They let their results be their voice. Because at the end of the day, people may try to discredit you with words, but they can never deny the reality of your achievement. When you focus on your success instead of retaliation, you also gain something far more valuable than proving a point. You gain peace. Holding on to resentment, dwelling on disrespect, and trying to get back at people only keeps you stuck in the past. It keeps you tied to their negativity. But when you redirect your energy toward growth, you free yourself. You stop allowing their words to dictate your actions, and instead, you take control of your own narrative. There will always be people who don't believe in you, people who try to diminish your value, people who see your potential and feel the need to tear you down. But the truth is, their words mean nothing. Their opinions have no power over your future unless you give them that power. The greatest revenge is proving to yourself, not to them, that you are capable of more than they ever imagined. History is filled with people who were doubted, criticized, and disrespected only to rise above and achieve greatness. The most successful individuals are those who learn to turn adversity into motivation. They didn't waste time engaging in meaningless conflicts. They didn't let temporary setbacks define them. Instead, they stayed focused on their goals, and in the end, their success became the ultimate response. The beauty of success as revenge is that it is not about the other person. It's about you. It's about shifting your mindset from proving others wrong to proving yourself right. When you focus on your growth, your happiness, and your accomplishments, you naturally distance yourself from negativity. You no longer feel the need to explain yourself to those who never believed in you in the first place. Instead, you let your life be the proof of your strength. People who disrespect you are expecting a reaction. They want to see you affected, to know that they've gotten under your skin. But when you refuse to give them that satisfaction, when you stay quiet and continue moving forward, they lose. Their words lose meaning. Their attempts to bring you down become irrelevant. And that is the greatest revenge of all. Not engaging in their game, but winning in a way they never expected. Every time someone disrespects you, you are given a choice. You can waste your energy reacting, letting their words affect your emotions, or you can redirect that energy into something that benefits you. The way you handle negativity determines the direction of your growth. Weak people react impulsively, allowing disrespect to consume their thoughts and emotions. Strong people understand that every insult, every doubt, and every moment of disrespect is fuel that can be used to build something greater. When you give attention to those who try to bring you down, you validate their efforts, you acknowledge that their words have power over you, and in doing so, you let them control your state of mind. But when you take that same energy and use it to improve yourself, to work harder and to push forward, you strip them of their influence. They lose their ability to affect you because their negativity has been converted into something productive. Many people waste years of their lives dwelling on past disrespect, replaying conversations in their minds, and thinking about what they should have said or done. But none of that changes anything. What changes things is action. Every second spent focusing on negativity is a second taken away from your growth. But when you shift your mindset and see every insult as a challenge, every doubt as an opportunity, and every setback as a stepping stone, you become unstoppable. The greatest achievers in history did not waste time trying to fight every battle. They did not pause their progress to argue with people who doubted them. Instead, they redirected their energy. They took every ounce of negativity thrown at them and transformed it into drive, into discipline, into relentless pursuit of their goals. The ability to turn disrespect into motivation is what separates those who succeed from those who remain stuck. It is easy to react, to let anger dictate your response. But growth happens when you learn to control your emotions and focus on what truly matters. Every time someone underestimates you, every time someone tries to make you feel less than you are, use it as fuel. Let it remind you of what you are capable of. Let it push you to prove, not to them, but to yourself, that their words mean nothing. Nothing frustrates those who try to bring you down more than seeing you rise despite their efforts. When they realize that their disrespect has not only failed to hurt you, but has actually pushed you to become better, they lose. And in that loss, they are forced to confront their own weakness, their own insecurities, their own inability to affect your path. Instead of engaging in meaningless arguments, take that energy and put it into your work. Instead of seeking revenge, let your success be the response. Instead of dwelling on negativity, use it to build resilience. Every insult, every moment of doubt, and every piece of criticism is just another piece of fuel. When you learn to redirect that energy, nothing can stop you. Walking away from disrespect is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of strength. Many people believe that standing up for themselves means engaging in arguments, proving a point, or demanding respect through confrontation. But true power lies in knowing when to disengage. It takes far more strength to control your emotions, to stay focused on what truly matters, and to refuse to be pulled into someone else's negativity. Walking away is not about avoiding conflict. It is about choosing where to invest your energy. When someone disrespects you, they want a reaction. They want to see you angry, defensive, or hurt because that gives them a sense of control. But when you choose to walk away, you take that power from them. You send a clear message. Their words and actions do not affect you. This is the ultimate form of control. Not over them, but over yourself. The ability to remain unshaken by negativity is a rare trait, one that separates those who are truly strong from those who are easily influenced by the opinions of others. Many people waste valuable time and energy engaging in battles that do not serve them. They feel the need to prove themselves to those who will never truly respect them. They argue, they defend, they try to change minds that were never open in the first place. But what does that achieve? Nothing. It only keeps them trapped in a cycle of negativity, reacting instead of progressing. When you walk away, you free yourself. You break the cycle and redirect your energy towards something productive, your goals, your growth, your peace. Walking away does not mean you are weak. It means you understand that not every battle is worth fighting. It means you recognize that your time is valuable and that wasting it on people who do not respect you is a loss you cannot afford. Weak people react to everything. They feel the need to defend their pride, to prove their worth with words. But those who are truly powerful do not seek validation from others. They know their worth, and because of that, they do not need to respond to every insult. In life, you will encounter people who try to test your patience, who will push your buttons just to see how you react. Some will disrespect you out of jealousy, some out of their own insecurities, and some simply because they enjoy conflict. But engaging with them only feeds their ego. When you refuse to participate, when you walk away without a word, you deny them what they seek. You show them that their attempts to control your emotions have failed. Walking away also gives you perspective. When you step back from a situation, you see it more clearly. You realize that the opinions of others do not define you, that their words have no real impact on your life unless you allow them to. The moment you understand this, you become untouchable. No amount of disrespect can shake you because you know your own value. You know that true confidence does not come from proving yourself to others. It comes from being secure in who you are. The strongest people in the world are not those who win arguments. They are those who do not need to argue at all. They do not let the words of others dictate their self-worth. They do not waste time seeking revenge. Instead, they walk away not because they are afraid, but because they are focused on bigger things. They have goals to achieve, dreams to chase, and success to build. That is the mindset of a true leader, a true winner, someone who understands that silence and action speak louder than any words ever could. Letting your results speak for themselves is one of the most powerful ways to handle those who doubt or disrespect you. In a world where people constantly feel the need to defend themselves with words, those who remain silent and let their actions do the talking stand out. There is nothing more undeniable than success. When you prove yourself through your accomplishments rather than arguments, you leave no room for doubt. Words can be ignored, dismissed, or twisted, but real, tangible success speaks a language that cannot be misinterpreted. Many people waste their energy trying to explain themselves to those who will never truly listen. They seek validation from critics, attempting to prove their worth through debates and explanations. But the truth is, respect is not earned through words. It is earned through action. The most successful individuals understand this, which is why they do not waste their time engaging with negativity. They do not argue with those who underestimate them. Instead, they focus on their craft, their progress, and their personal growth. When you dedicate yourself to excellence, people have no choice but to acknowledge it. Even those who once doubted you will be forced to recognize your achievements. There is a shift in power when success replaces words. Those who once criticized you will either fall silent or attempt to take credit for your growth. But by then, their words will no longer matter because your results will be the only thing people see. Success is a long-term game. Many people give up because they want immediate recognition. They want to prove themselves right now in the moment, but true success takes time, discipline, and patience. Those who achieve great things are the ones who understand that the best response to doubt is not a heated debate. It is quiet, consistent effort that eventually leads to undeniable results. The moment you stop explaining yourself and start proving yourself through action, you shift your entire mindset. You stop seeking validation from others and start focusing on what truly matters. You stop reacting to every criticism and instead channel that energy into improvement. This is where real growth happens. This is how legacies are built. People respect results. They may doubt you at first, they may mock your efforts, but when they see you succeed, they will have no choice but to recognize your strength. Even if they never admit it, even if they never say the words out loud, they will know deep down that they were wrong about you. And that realization is far more powerful than any argument you could have had with them. The most important thing to remember is that you are not proving yourself to them, you are proving yourself to yourself. When you focus on results, when you dedicate yourself to excellence, You are not doing it for those who doubted you. You are doing it because you refuse to be anything less than your best. That mindset alone sets you apart from those who waste their energy on meaningless battles. In the end, the loudest voice in any room is not the one arguing the hardest. It is the one whose achievements speak for themselves. When you let your results be your response, you rise above the noise, the doubt, and the negativity. And in doing so, you show the world that true power does not come from proving a point. It comes from proving yourself through undeniable success. Mastering emotional discipline is one of the greatest strengths you can develop in life. It is the ability to control your reactions, to remain calm in the face of adversity, and to choose your response rather than letting your emotions dictate your actions. Most people react impulsively when they feel disrespected, allowing anger, frustration, or hurt to take over. But those who have true inner strength know that emotional discipline is the key to maintaining power over any situation. When someone disrespects you, their goal is to provoke a reaction. They want to see you lose control, to get emotional, to argue, or to defend yourself. When you react, you give them what they want. You allow them to manipulate your emotions and dictate your behavior. But when you remain composed, when you refuse to let their words affect you, you take that power away from them. They become frustrated, confused, and ultimately defeated because they cannot control you. Emotional discipline is not about suppressing your emotions. It is about mastering them. It is about understanding that reacting in anger or frustration only gives away your power. Instead of allowing emotions to control you, you learn to control them. This does not mean you do not feel emotions. It means you choose how to respond rather than being controlled by impulses. This level of self-mastery sets you apart from others and allows you to navigate life with confidence and wisdom. Many people believe that reacting strongly to disrespect is a sign of strength, but in reality, it often shows a lack of control. True strength is demonstrated through restraint. When you are emotionally disciplined, you do not feel the need to prove yourself to anyone. You do not let insults, criticism, or negativity shake your confidence. Instead, you stay focused on your goals, knowing that your response to adversity determines your success. One of the most powerful aspects of emotional discipline is that it makes you unpredictable. When people cannot provoke you, they lose control over the situation. They do not know what you are thinking, how you are feeling, or what you will do next. This unpredictability puts you in a position of power. When you are calm while others are losing control, you hold the advantage. Emotional discipline also protects your energy. Every reaction, every argument, and every emotional outburst drains you. It takes away from your focus, your productivity, and your peace of mind. But when you remain composed, you conserve your energy for what truly matters. Instead of wasting time engaging with negativity, you channel your energy into growth, success, and progress. The ability to control your emotions is what separates leaders from followers, achievers from the average, and the strong from the weak. Those who cannot control their emotions are easily manipulated, easily distracted, and easily defeated. But those who have mastered emotional discipline remain unshaken, no matter what challenges come their way. They do not allow the opinions or actions of others to determine their path. In life, there will always be moments of disrespect, criticism, and negativity, but how you respond to those moments defines who you are. The strongest people are not those who react the loudest, but those who remain calm, focused, and unbothered. Emotional discipline is the key to maintaining your power, your peace, and your success. When you master it, you become unstoppable. In life, you will face disrespect. You will encounter people who doubt you, belittle you, and try to shake your confidence. But remember this: your response defines your power. Weak people react, strong people remain still. The greatest lesson you can learn is that silence isn't just the absence of words, it's the presence of wisdom, discipline, and unshakable confidence. When you choose silence, you choose yourself. You choose growth over pettiness. You choose peace over chaos. And most importantly, you choose to let your success be your voice. Because in the end, the people who disrespected you will have to watch you rise. They will see your strength, they will witness your success, and by then your silence will have spoken louder than any words ever could. So don't waste time proving your worth to those who don't see it. Keep moving forward, keep building, keep winning, and let the silence be your greatest revenge.